Collective defense is at the top of the alliance's list of priorities. Its gist is set out in Article 5 of the NATO Treaty, which governs the alliance case. The parties agree that an armed attack against one or more of them in Europe or North America will be considered an attack against them all. Member states have agreed to protect each other and to react together in case of conflict. After the end of the Cold War, NATO's range of tasks expanded. To prevent and contain crises and conflicts and to stabilize countries and regions, the member states are willing to send soldiers to out-of-area operations. In Bosnia-Herzegovina, Kosovo or Afghanistan, NATO has taken on responsibility for creating peace and stability and supporting the establishment of democratic structures on behalf of the international community. NATO relies on cooperation and dialogue with partners and organizations worldwide. It sees itself as part of a global safety net with the aim of ensuring safety in close cooperation with other actors. Beyond arms control, disarmament and non-proliferation, NATO aims to further deepen its partnership policy. This applies in particular to cooperation with the European Union across the entire spectrum of crises. And the members of NATO are, first of all, the founding members of 1949. That's Belgium, Denmark, France, Iceland, Italy, Canada, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Norway, Portugal, United States, and the United Kingdom. In 1952, Greece and Turkey joined. And in 1955, only 10 years after the war, my home country, Germany, joined. In 1982, it was Spain. And in 1999, after the Cold War, Poland, the Czech Republic, and Hungary joined. And in the last round, in 2004, Bulgaria, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Romania, Slovakia, Slovenia, Albania, and Croatia joined. Last round of a big round, I meant. In 2017, Montenegro joined, and recently in 2020, North Macedonia joined. NATO membership is open to any other European state capable of promoting the principles of this treaty and contributing to the security of the North Atlantic area. NATO also has a so-called Membership Action Plan. This helps prospective members prepare for membership and meet essential requirements by providing practical advice and also targeted support. NATO is a political and military alliance. The purpose of NATO is to use political and military means to guarantee the freedom and security of its members. In the political area, NATO promotes democratic values and enables its members to consult and cooperate on defense and security issues to solve problems, build trust, and avoid long-term conflict. And in the military area, NATO is committed to the peaceful resolution of conflicts. But when diplomatic efforts fail, it has the military power to conduct crisis management operations. These are done under the Mutual Assistance Clause in NATO's founding treaty, that's Article 5 of the Washington Treaty, or with a mandate from the United Nations, either alone or in cooperation with other countries and international organizations. There is something called collective self-defense. NATO is committed to the principle that an attack against one or more of its members is an attack against all. This is a principle of collective self-defense enshrined in Article 5 of the Washington Treaty I started the video with. To date, Article 5 has only been used once. In response to the September 11th attack in 2001, the terrorist attacks in the United States. Then there's the so-called transatlantic connection. NATO is an alliance of European and North American countries. It uniquely connects these two continents, enabling them to consult and cooperate on defense and on security issues, and jointly conduct multinational crisis management operations. There is also the strategic concept of NATO. Strategic concepts record the core tasks and principles of the alliance, its values, and the development of the security environment, as well as the strategic goals of the alliance for the next 10 years. The strategic concept 2010 defines the following core tasks of NATO: collective self-defense, crisis management, and cooperative security. Then there's decisions and deliberations. How do they work? Every day, the members consult and make decisions on security issues at all levels and in numerous areas. A NATO decision is the expression of the collective will of all 30 member states, as all decisions are made on a consensus basis. Hundreds of officials and civilian and military experts come to NATO headquarters every day to exchange information, share ideas, and, if necessary, help prepare decisions in cooperation with national missions and NATO headquarters staff. And how do the operations and missions work? NATO takes an active role in numerous crisis management operations and also missions, including civil emergency response. NATO's crisis management operations are conducted under Article 5 of the Washington Treaty or with a mandate from the United Nations. For example, these are operations in Kosovo to secure the Mediterranean Sea and also in support of the African Union. But there are also partnerships, not only memberships. 40 third countries cooperate with NATO on a wide range of political and security issues. These states seek dialogue and practical cooperation with NATO, and many contribute to NATO-led operations and missions. NATO also cooperates with a broad network of international organizations. Partner countries do not have the same decision-making powers as member countries, of course. The development of means of responding to threats is as follows. NATO is constantly innovating and adapting to ensure that its policies, resources, and structures can meet current and future threats and ensure the collective self-defense of its members. And soon, as I still hope that the Turkish come to their senses, we will have 32 members with Sweden and Finland, and it is a peace project in the end, even if it's a military alliance. And I'll see you in my next video. Bis gleich.